Why do some investors easily buy property in Portugal while others get stuck in endless research, rejected loans, and last minute deal failures? Most people think finding the right property is the hardest part, but that's actually the easiest step. The real challenge is navigating the agents, financing paperwork, and legal pitfalls that trip up 90% of buyers. Over 2 years, I've pieced together a step by step system that's completely transformed the way I buy real estate in Portugal. Back then, I was buried in research, lost in red tape, totally frustrated and overwhelmed. I thought I'd never figure it out. But once I cracked the code, everything changed. And today, I'm giving you that exact roadmap so you can skip the headaches and start buying property in Portugal. By the end of this video, you'll have the exact checklist serious investors use to find, fund, and buy properties in Portugal. Well, as fast as possible in Portugal. And if you stick around, I'll show you how to get the entire checklist for free. The wrong approach, which is what we're going to start with, I'll use a friend of mine. Let's call him Jake. He spent months researching Portugal real estate. He watched every single YouTube video, joined every Facebook group, and he even flew to Lisbon. But when it came time to close on the property, he hit a wall. Banks rejected his loan application instantly. The seller ghosted him, and by the time he figured out why, another investor swooped in and took the deal outright from under him. The difference between Jake and a successful investor is a proven step-by-step checklist. In Portugal, buying property isn't like it is in the US. You need a NIF, which is a tax ID, a local bank account, and pre-approved financing or enough cash in your Portuguese bank account. Otherwise, you're just a tourist making wishes. The number one mistake people make is they do look at the listings first, which is a massive waste of time. Portugal real estate process is not like it is here in the US. There's no escrow, and the transaction mechanics are significantly different. So even before viewing a property, you need to get your foundation in place. And there's a 3-step process or a framework that I like to use. And the first step is getting your NIF. Get that Portuguese tax ID number. It's essential without illegally buy property. And most people waste weeks waiting for this, but I'll show you how to get it in under 48 hours. Step 2 is opening a local bank account. Even for cash purchases, you'll need a Portuguese account for taxes, fees, and payments. Knowing which banks to work with, foreigners save weeks of frustration knowing what to do there. Step 3 is, secure your financing first. Get pre-approved financing or fund your Portuguese bank account with more cash than you think you'll need. The best investors lock in the financing up front, allowing them to close quickly when opportunities come up. I'll also explain how to find profitable properties. It's another important consideration. There's a reason Portuguese properties appreciate 20 to 30% in just a few years while others remain kind of stagnant. What you need to do is target emerging markets with high growth potential and investor-friendly policies. Unlike Lisbon and Porto, where short-term rental laws are being tightened and there's a high demand, it gets kind of sticky. But if you look into an emerging market, just verify the rental demand and see if their booking rates are high. If they're 80% consistently booked, then that's a strong signal of demand. And then understand financing incentives. Some Portuguese banks for mortgages to foreigners with just 20% down, but the application approach matters. The other alternative is consider what my favorite way of financing is, and that's seller financing. This is a newer concept, help bypass traditional mortgage barriers, secure better terms, and reduce upfront costs. We've successfully acquired property in Portugal using seller financing. Here's a tip to avoid the biggest legal pitfall. Just because the property is listed doesn't mean it's legally clear to buy. Never rely on a seller's agent like you can in the US, or you usually can in the US. You must hire a good expat-friendly real estate attorney. I'm not saying that you can't work with an agent. There are great ones there, but they're the exception and not the norm. You can't bypass getting an attorney in Portugal. It's a must. Portuguese real estate agents often don't prioritize either their sellers or their buyers' interests, which is a really foreign concept and makes no sense. But the market lacks the regulation and professional standards that you're used to in America. So every Portuguese property has legal documentation, but that doesn't guarantee a problem-free transaction. Hidden debts and unclear zoning or missing paperwork can totally derail your deal. I learned this the hard way when we came up against a zoning issue that delayed our land purchase by nearly a year. So, hiring a specialized real estate lawyer who focuses on foreign buyers, they'll verify the ownership and they'll make sure that there are no hidden issues, saving you thousands in potential legal nightmares. There is a hidden opportunity here. Yes, Portugal real estate system can be frustrating, super inefficient, but this creates massive opportunity for investors who know how to navigate it. Markets lacking structure lack competition from those who give up too easily. Remember Jake after his initial failure, he got his NIF, which is his tax ID, his bank account, and his financing in place in under a week. The next time he found a property, he was ready. He closed, secured an excellent price, and now he earns 2,500 euros a month in rental income. What's next for you is to grab my checklist. It's the exact step by step system that serious investors use to get ahead. And I'm giving it to you for free. No guesswork, no wasted time. Just click the link in the description and grab it instantly. And if you want to invest in Portugal or relocate to Portugal and want hands on guidance, I'm hosting a 2-day workshop in the United States where I walk you through how to find, fund, and close deals in Portugal step by step. For those who want to be totally immersed in the experience and in the market real time, I'm also leading an all inclusive 7-night, 8-day workshop retreat. And it's also a scouting trip in the mix there in Portugal, where we'll explore high potential markets, connect with local experts. You'll get to meet my local team, creative financing strategies, and tour and analyze live deals in real time. This 7-night, 8-day trip is all inclusive. It includes hotels, meals, activities, and transportation, except the airfare. You just have to get yourself to Lisbon and retake it from there. By understanding the pitfalls and having the right team in place, you can outmaneuver other buyers, secure better deals, capitalize on properties that are often overlooked. The key is having the right knowledge, the right connections, and a strategic approach. For more insights on working with real estate agents in Portugal, check out my video titled Watch This Before Hiring a Real Estate Agent in Portugal, and I'll see you on the next one.